I knew nothing about the agency, so I was coming here as a blank slate, not really knowing for sure what to expect. And so we sat down with Joanne, and it was an incredible experience. It was just sitting down and chatting with a friend, and I walked away sort of awestruck at all of the work that they do and all of the folks and all of the different situations that they work to handle, and they do it all with respect.
Family Service provides crisis intervention programs to help people with food, medicine, medical services. We don't have individuals or families that come in here that have federal or state services because they're pretty much taken care of. But it's the families who are in transition.
Family Services do so much. The United Way, what they give is a big piece of what helps them open the doors every day and answer the phone every day and greet that person who's coming in and maybe embarrassed or maybe at the end of their rope, and they come in and there's a kind face there to talk with them and try to help them get back on their feet.
There was a time when I thought that possibly things would get better in this area for our families, and I'd see maybe a decrease in usage of programs, but that's not the case at all. The reality of it is that every year I'm seeing a 16% increase in all programs. Now my budgets are stretched, and when you're looking at 500 plus families a month for all services, that's an awful lot for a small agency. Without the Tri-County United Way, you wouldn't see these programs. They would not exist in this community.
Family Services is making the best that they can with what they have. I think that Family Services offers hope to people who don't have any hope. They have gone through the regular channels, and these are the folks that if we don't take the time to think about them and reach into our pockets and give something to the Family Services group, those folks are going to fall through the cracks. And I just think that's really, really unfortunate, because they're the folks who are, in many cases, they're working, they're trying to keep things together and keep their family whole, and it's just not enough.
I've had to meet certain goals with our funding. But the bottom line is that you do the very best that you can do with what you have. And then you use your expertise to be able to access the service if we can't do it. But that's so very rare. That's why we're probably referred to as the last resort agency. Because if it doesn't happen here, it isn't going to happen.
The United Way is a terrific sponsor for the Youth Center. Since I started 28 years ago, they're the one funding source that grew as the Youth Center grew. When I first started, we had 300 members. Now we have over 3,000 members. They're a large group of kids, all different genders, races, belief systems, family backgrounds. They're left out of what some people think are the important cliques in school. Since I started, the thing that I've experienced is the number of kids that are unwanted and the low expectations that people have of them.
Being on the committee, I've got to see where the money goes firsthand and have a part in it. I have such a passion for the Youth Center because I kind of know firsthand what it's like to feel like the square peg. You're not going to find a better group of people dedicated to helping our future. Matt and his staff here do a wonderful job of helping these kids become good, hard-working adults, contributing and giving back the same way I've been able to give back.
Here at the Youth Center, they have a place where they're made to feel welcomed, they're wanted, they're important, and they're loved. And I think everybody deserves to feel that way. I think that's the most important thing about the Youth Center. Working at Human Services presents a unique challenge. Usually when you leave work every day after you've done your job, you have to figure out how to raise the money to go back and do your job the next day. And that's why I value the United Way so much, because they take valuable time that I can give to the kids and fundraise for the Youth Center.
I can only say that without this Youth Center, there'd be a lot of lost children. Those kids that walk through this door learn how to communicate with one another. They learn how to have respect and dignity for themselves. That's a hard process. Without the United Way, I don't know where they'd be. I'm going to continue to stress the importance of giving that little bit. If everybody gives a little bit to the United Way, it goes a long distance to help. You know, that's what life's about, helping one another.
Our United Way has been helping people in our communities for 90 years. The support we're able to provide together has never been more important than it is today. And we couldn't do this without everyone's participation. Thank you for your continued help in these trying times. Your donations stay right here in our communities and meet the needs of our children, our family, and our senior citizens.